Good morning to all of you. I am Alok Makuswaha from Central Institute of Punjab, third semester, LLM student. I am here to present the content analysis of Conference of Parties 27 at Sharm el Sheikh, Egypt. First of all, COP27 was started from 6 November to 18 November in 2022. On November 18, 2022, United Nations Conference Climate Change Conference came to a successful conclusion with a groundbreaking agreement to give loss and damage funding for vulnerable nations severely affected by climate disasters. According to UN Climate Executive Secretary for Climate Change, Simon Steele, this result advanced us forward after years of discussion on how to pay for loss and damage. We have come to a decision about to deal with the effect on people whose lives and livelihood have been destroyed by worst effect of climate change. And in spite of challenging geopolitical environment, countries delivered a package of resolution at COP27 that reaffirmed their commitment to keeping global temperature increases to 1.5 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial area. The package also boosted the financial, technological, and capacity building assistance that developing nations need to reduce their emissions of greenhouse gases and adapt to their inevitable effects from climate change. Creating a specific fund for loss and damage marked an important point of progress with the issues added to official agenda and adopted for first time at COP27. To help developing nations respond to loss and damage, governments made the groundbreaking decision to create new financial arrangement and a dedicated fund. Additionally, government concurred to form a transitional committee to advise on how to operationalize the new financial agreement and fund at COP28 the following years. Before the end of March 2023, the transitional committee initial meeting is anticipated. Parties also agreed on institutional agreement to operationalize the Santiago network for loss and damage, to catalyze technical assistance to developing countries that are particularly vulnerable to adverse effect of climate change. Governments came to an agreement at COP27 on how to advance the global goal on adaptation, which will be completed on COP28 and serve as the basis for first global stock, which aims to increase resilience among the most vulnerable at COP27. Additionally, contribution totaling more than $2030 million were made to adaptation fund through practical adaptation strategy. This commitment will assist many more vulnerable communities in adapting to climate change. COP27 President Sameh Sokri announced the Sharm el Sheikh Adaptation Agenda, enhancing resilience for people living in the most climate vulnerable communities by 2030. UN Climate Change Standing Committee on Finance was requested to prepare a report on doubling adaptation finance for consideration as COP28 next year. Sharm el Sheikh Implementation Plan, which serves as cover decision, emphasized that at least $4 to 6 trillion in annual investment are anticipated to be needed to transition the entire world to a low carbon economy. Delivering such finance will necessitate a rapid and true reform of financial system, as well as institutional investors, commercial banks, governments, central banks, and other financial actors. The failure of developed countries to reach their joint goal of mobilizing $100 billion annually by 2030 has been a source of grave concern. Developed countries have been urged to do so, and multilateral development banks and other international financial institutions has been urged to mobilize climate finance. Discussion over establishing a new collective quantifiable target on climate finance for 2024 taking into account of requirement and interest of poor nations proceeded during COP27. We have been assured in this document that there is no opportunity for reversal, according to the state. It sent out the crucial political push that phase out of all fossil fuel is underway. 6 high-level roundtable conversations were held during the World Leaders Summit, which took place over the course of 2 days during the first week of conference. The conversation focused on way to overcome climate problem and how to give the funding, resource and investment to successfully undertake climate action at this scale. Themes covered in debate included food security, vulnerable population and just transition. More than 4,500,000 people attended COP27 to exchange concepts, find solutions and create alliance. Indigenous people, nearby towns and cities as well as members of civil society, especially young people and kids, presented their effort to combat climate change and discuss how to it affect their daily lives. Through the 5-year action plan or action for climate empowerment and intermediate review on gender action plan, in particular, the decision made here today underscore once again how crucial it is to give all stakeholders the tool they need to participate in climate action. All parties will able to collaborate on addressing participation imbalances thanks to these results, which will also give stakeholders the resources they need to promote more extensive and inclusive climate action across the board. At COP27, young people in particular were given more attention, and UN Executive Secretary for Climate Change made a promise to press government to incorporate the solution put up by young people in decision and policy making rather than just listen to them. Through the first ever Children and Young Pavilion and Youth Lead Climate Forum, young people made their opinion heard. Governments, corporations, and civil societies had pledged to collaborate and present their practical climate solution during COP27, which ran concurrently with the formal deliberation. Over 50 activities were scheduled over a 2-week period by UN Climate High Level Champion. This included significant work on mobilization of money as well as a number of key African-led efforts to reduce emissions and increase climate resilience. A number of significant events are coming up, whether they be national, regional, or other procedures like G20. We must band together and go forward with resolve. Every milestone is significant and help the momentum grow. According to Steel, the United Arab Emirates leadership of first global stock tech will mark the beginning of next phase of development. We shall evaluate the implementation of Paris Agreement 2015 for the first time. It will independently assess our goals, stability, and amount of progress we have made. It will provide guidance on how what has to be done by everyone, every day, everywhere in globe to prevent the climate calamity. In closing plenary, still reminded the attendees that the world is in a crucial decade for climate action. His comments were supported by a sobering UN climate change report, which also served as the basis for debate throughout the 2-week conference. The analysis claims that its national government follow through on present their commitment. The world would be 2.5 degrees Celsius warmer by end of century, according to UN Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. In order to keep global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius by 2030, greenhouse gases emission must decrease by 45%. COP27 President Sameh Sokri said the work that we will manage to do here year in the past 2 weeks, and result we have together achieved as a testament to our collective will as a community of nations to voice a clear message that ring loudly today here in this room and around the world that multilateral diplomacy still works. Despite the difficulties and challenges of our time, the divergence of views, level of ambition or apprehension, we remain committed to fight against climate change. We rose to occasion, upheld our responsibility, and undertook the important decision political that millions around the world expect from us. Speaking about the year ahead, still said UN climate change will help parties and future COP presidencies to navigate this path to new phase out of implementation. A summary of some other outcome key of 2000 COP27 follow like technology, mitigation, global stock and briefing of other announcement like countries launched a package of 25 new collaborative action in 5 key areas: power, road, transport, steel, hydrocarbon and agriculture. The new Indonesia Just Energy Transition Partnership announced at G20 summit held in parallel with COP27 will mobilize $20 billion over the next 3 years to 5 years to accelerate a just energy transition. Important progress was made on forest protection with the launch of Forest and Climate Leader partnerships which aim to unite action by government, businesses and community leaders to halt forest loss and land degradation by 2030. Thank you.